Like many of you, we've watched the recent flooding across the country with heavy hearts. Here in Austin, we've faced our own challenges with flooding. That's why planning for the future together matters so much. The City of Austin's Watershed Protection Department is updating their 10-year strategic plan, Rain to River, and they want to hear from you. Your input will help guide investments that protect Austin's waterways and communities. The survey is available now through September 15th at raintoriveratx.com. Again, that's raintoriveratx.com. Hey y'all, it's Nikki. It is summer, and for a lot of us, that means travel. Now, I don't know about you, but I still love a physical boarding pass. It's nostalgic. And even after the trip is done, I just can't seem to throw them away. Enter FrameBridge. They make it easy and affordable to custom frame just about anything. And yes, that includes my little paper boarding passes. So hold on to your personal piece of nostalgia with a FrameBridge frame. Visit framebridge.com or visit your local FrameBridge store in South Austin on South Lamar and in Central Austin on West 38th Street to start framing. Today on CityCast Austin is the Friday News Roundup. We made it through another busy news week here, and there is a lot to talk about. So I'm joined by the CityCast Austin team to bring you a few stories that caught our attention this week. We're going to get into a local state representative who is making big news nationwide after going on a local podcast, the impact federal funding cuts will have on Austin city limits, and the new comedy experience coming to town. It's Friday, July 25th. I'm Nikki Devon, and this is what Austin's talking about. Hello, I am here today with the luxuriant Kelsey Bradshaw, our newsletter editor. Hi, Kelsey.
Hi. That was good.
And the grandiose executive producer, Eva Ruth Moravec.
Well, hello, Nikki.
Hi. Happy Friday, y'all.
Happy Friday.
TGIF.
So, okay, first out the gate. Previous CityCast Austin guest, Representative James Tallarico, recently went on another podcast that's recorded right here in town and made quite a splash. Eva Ruth, you got to tell us about it.
The Joe Rogan experience. They're striving to reach the audience that we have. So,
yeah. They're pretty, not well known.
Yeah. They're up and coming.
Yeah. They're trying to break out.
I have actually never heard the podcast ever. But anyways.
I mean, it is, a lot of people take the Joe Rogan experience in on YouTube, which is interesting because it is hours long. And
it is?
Yes. And, he's interviewed lots of famous people and a wide range of people. And he's been like a political kingmaker, I guess is the word.
He's a newsmaker, too. I feel like every time
definitely a newsmaker.
A lawmaker, somebody goes on there, we hear something about it.
True.
So.
Well, I mean, he at one point endorsed Bernie Sanders and then, of course, with Donald Trump. So anyway, now his latest guest is Representative James Tallarico, like you mentioned, and he's an Austinite. He is in our state house. He came on our show to talk about school choice, and he is one of our youngest lawmakers. He's 36 years old. He used to be a teacher. He talks about being raised by a single mother and relying on the public education system. And he's also very religious. He's in seminary right now. And so he's kind of gone viral with some videos that he's posted. And Joe Rogan caught the drift that way. And so Tallarico came on the podcast to talk about the 10 Commandments bill, which requires schools to post the 10 Commandments. And
oh no, that's law now.
Right.
Not even just a bill anymore. That is now required.
No longer a bill.
Yeah.
Oh,
man. God.
Literally.
Listen, I thought I had escaped Bible study and Sunday Bible school, but it turns out no.
Well, Tallarico's like a really level-headed guy. Like, I really like that about him. You know, he's in seminary school. He's very Christian. I feel comfortable categorizing him as very Christian. And like, he is someone who's like, well, no, we don't need to have the 10 commandments in our public schools. And like, I love that. That's awesome that you can be both.
He's kind of like gone after the way that the right has, you know, clung onto Christianity or that kind like that religion and just been like, no, this isn't, y'all are doing it wrong, basically. So he had this really interesting conversation with Joe Rogan and like really impressed Rogan. And afterwards, the buzz has just been all over the place. Politico, just a few hours later, they published a story with the headline, Joe Rogan's latest guest might turn Texas blue, which we've heard about. Like every big election year, it's like, is Texas going to be blue? But
someone's turning Texas blue every year.
Yeah, but there was something very interesting that Joe Rogan said that is kind of like catching people by surprise. So let's take a listen.
Right.
So I'm
that's
not
because you need to run for president. We need someone who's actually a good person.
Well,
because the Democrats have very few candidates that are.
Can I actually push back on that?
Please.
Listen.
That's been catching some attention.
I mean, to Rogan's credit, it is interesting that he endorsed Bernie Sanders and then endorsed Trump. And now you're telling this Democrat like to run for president. Like, I do think that is an interesting thing about him.
I think he's full of shit. I think he said it with a smile on his face, like laughing. Ooh. But if you really think that, say it with your whole chest.
Interesting.
Say it. Say it for real. Don't just be like, you should run for president. You're a good person.
That's interesting. You think it was like a ratings thing, like to try to get people or attention?
But he doesn't need more. He's good.
He doesn't need ratings.
He's like the most listened to, is he not?
I think he's just being a shit. I think he was just saying it tongue in cheek. And you know what? I am Joe Rogan. I know that you're sitting and listening to our podcast because we're so insanely popular.
This is where he gets his
Everybody
ideas.
loves us. This is where you get your ideas. So if you can hear me, say it with your whole chest. Say it. Come on, I would love it. Like if he came on and was like, no, look, I was serious. We need this guy should run for president. I'd be like, oh, okay, Joe. All right.
Yeah.
From his mouth to many, many millions of men and people's ears is what I'm saying.
Well, at least one person took it seriously, and that is James Tallarico. Maybe not the president part, but he apparently, according to the Austin American-Statesman, there is now an internet domain name registered, TallaricoForSenate.com. And if you go to it, it says launching soon. And so this is all related to Senator John Cornyn's seat and kind of a race that's forming to challenge him. John Cornyn is running again, but Ken Paxton has announced that he's challenging Cornyn. And then there's like quite a few Democrats who are also in the mix. There's a retired Houston astronaut, Terry Virts, and Colin Allred, who was an NFL player and former U.S. rep. So we haven't heard exactly what Tallarico will do, but he is buzzing. And I mean, I'm sure he's thinking about how to capitalize on this popularity now. There are rallies that are happening, gearing up for the next election in 2026. And now he's currently in the Capitol dealing with this special session and probably fighting all kinds of stuff and making new content there.
Yeah.
It is not easy being a Democrat in Texas, being an elected or running as one. And so that's one thing that Tallarico is saying is that like he has to go to these places where Democrats typically have not gone, which is places like the Joe Rogan Experience. So I think he's trying to break out. He's trying to reach people, but we'll see what happens.
I love this for him. I love it. I hope he does run for president eventually.
Yeah, I really like him.
I like him a lot. And a lot. I think anybody that's brave enough as a Christian to go against these very Christian things. I mean, I really like
And he
him.
breaks it down like with the Bible. You know, I saw one post that he was like using the book of Ruth to like talk about abortion.
Yeah.
You know, he's like really going to the meaning, I think, which is interesting.
Puts his money where his mouth is.
He's like, y'all want to bring religion into politics? Let's do it.
He does it the right way. I'm hyped about James Tallarico. We'll be keeping a close eye here at CityCast.
That's right.
If you're a CityCast Austin listener, you know I love Cabana Club. And in case you haven't been there yet, here's what you're missing. Cabana Club is a new establishment in East Austin. It's open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to late each night. Y'all, this place has everything. Coffee, cocktails, co-working, 2 bars, food trucks, tons of indoor and outdoor seating, public Wi-Fi, plenty of parking, an on-site speakeasy, and a swimming pool that is always 21 and up and open to the public. It makes sense as to why I'm there all the time. If you're looking for a fun space to host your next event at, the space is large enough to accommodate partial or full venue buyouts. Visit them online at cabanaclubaustin.com and follow them on Instagram at cabanaclubatx. Your East Austin oasis awaits.
This episode of CityCast is sponsored by Babbel. Learning a new language opens the door to new friends, new cultures, maybe even a whole new life. So why not start that journey today? You can start speaking a new language with confidence thanks to Babbel's conversation-based technique that quickly teaches you useful words and phrases about the things you actually talk about in the real world. I'm CityCast CEO David Plotz, and I've been learning Spanish with Babbel. Just one of the 12 languages you can learn with it, including Dutch, French, Italian, which is going to be next for me, Turkish, and Russian. I love the interactive dialogues that Babbel has, which allow me to practice what I've learned right away, and also the speech recognition function, which makes sure I'm getting the pronunciation just right, which honestly, usually I'm not. Also, I love that Babbel's lessons always cover actual things that I talk about in the real world, like food, talking to people I've just met, and also food. Staying motivated to learn a new language has never been easier thanks to real-time feedback, progress trackers, and handy visualizations. In only 10 to 15 minutes a day on Babbel's mobile app or website. So get talking with Babbel. I want you to learn another language, so I'm teaming up with Babbel to gift you 55% off subscriptions, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/citycast. Get up to 55% off at babbel.com/citycast. Spelled BABBEL.com/citycast. Babbel.com/citycast. Rules and restrictions may apply.
We have talked some about the recent federal funding cuts to the Center for Public Broadcasting and how they will affect NPR and our beloved local station KUT and KUTX. For more on that, check out yesterday's episode featuring an interview with the general manager, Debbie Hyatt. So we wanted to talk about how these cuts will affect another beloved Austin institution, Austin City Limits. So the Corporation for Public Broadcasting lost $1.1 billion nationwide, but it's affecting our local folks here because Austin PBS lost $3 million in federal funding as a result.
That's a lot of money.
Listen, the impacts will be felt on children's programming and ACL. So way before the iconic ACL Festival and downtown venue ACL Live, Austin City Limits was a show on PBS. It's made here in Austin.
Yeah, it used to be at UT, right in the campus, and you could had a great little audience, and now it's...
that little backdrop, the little iconic backdrop of Austin.
And Willie Nelson was on its very first episode, and it still is on today.
Still today,
right.
Yeah.
So Billboard magazine interviewed Terry Licona, who's the executive producer of Austin City Limits, and Licona estimated about 25% of their budget comes from federal funds. And this year's budget is already seeing a $350,000 shortfall. And so, listen, I mean, Austin City Limits has been with us for 50 years. It's the longest running music program on television.
It's so good, too. The quality is
so good.
So high.
Spotlighted so many artists, Radiohead, Billie Eilish, of course, Willie Nelson. I'm not going to say runs our city, but just like, it's kind of, for lack of a better way to say it, the pulse of our city. It's just like in so many ways.
Yeah. Well, it's really evolved too. Like
It's
going
evolved.
from this show that like so many people were introduced to different musicians on, and they see that iconic cityscape, and like that of course had to change when they moved to a different location, which I thought was really like telling. You know, so it was the show, and then the music festival was just so enormous now, and that venue, ACL Live Downtown, is definitely one of the best venues we have. Venue. I mean, there's not a bad seat in there. And so it's our heartbeat. It's our love of music is like ACL brand.
Well, I've seen a lot of Republican lawmakers cheering on this recession, I don't know, whatever the word is, this taking back of these funds for public broadcasting, because journalism's bad, I guess. But I don't think a lot of people realize, like, this is going to affect not only Big Bird, this is going to affect Sesame Street, and it's going to affect your favorite TV show, Austin City Limits.
Yeah.
And like, what are we doing?
I know.
And also, I'm not going to say PBS raised me, but like
PBS raised everybody.
Yeah.
PBS raised everybody. Yeah. It's not just Sesame Street. It's Reading Rainbow. It's everything.
It's art. It's culture.
You know, it's our culture. It's everything. And then that doesn't even talk about just like KUT on the radio.
Right.
KUT is on it's either KZI or KUT on our radio all the time, period.
And a Texan is to thank for this thing. Like Lyndon Baines Johnson is the one who signed the Public Broadcasting Act of 1967, which then led to the creation of Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
So today we rededicate a part of the airwaves which belong to all the people, and we dedicate them for the enlightenment of all the people. And how will man use his miracles? The answer just begins with public television.
And like, I feel like he's a president people on both sides really like. So why are we arguing with him and rescinding this funding?
Well, and the message is that like PBS News and NPR News is like too left, which is funny to me because if we are wanting to watch just like straight, boring ass news, we will turn on the PBS News Hour. There is nothing more just the facts.
Middle of the road.
Just the facts.
Just the facts. It used to be seen as like boring. I mean, when I remember getting in my parents' car and just being like, oh, these boring talk people again, you know, or the no commercials. You could plop your kid in front of a TV and know that it's not going to rot their brain with sugary cereal and toys. And, you know, the messaging was like, not going to hurt you, you know?
No, there was, I can't remember. I think it was maybe the Washington Post had a story in their headline was like, you know, with PBS cuts, this generation of kids will be raised by like Skibbity Toilet.
Oh, gosh.
And it's just like, oh, God.
It's important to me for people to understand, just real quick, we're talking like Reading Rainbow. We're talking Magic School Bus. We're talking Arthur. We're talking we're talking
Arthur. I love Arthur.
Clifford the Big Red Dog. We're talking Barney, Callaloo. We're talking Teletubbies. And if you're old like me, we're talking about Electric Company. We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
What is that?
Kelsey.
Oh, that's fun.
Kelsey, you've never heard that for real?
Maybe that's why I'm bad at math.
There was a show called The Electric Company, and it was to show you how to spell and how to do your numbers. And it would start with like this pinball. So like they would pick the number of the day, and it would start with the pull of a pinball machine. But the theme song, which sang by the Pointer Sisters, by the way, was just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do 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 do. And then they would say the number 7. That would be the number for the day. This is what I'm saying. Like, for decades, PBS has been teaching children how to count, how to read, how to be good people, how to be good humans.
Well, and how can you argue with Willie Nelson? Like, he was quoted in this Billboard story as saying Austin City Limits and PBS were and are an essential part of education, understanding, curiosity, and empathy, which are the essentials and building blocks of humanity.
Period.
Like, come on.
Period.
Come on.
Period.
Well, so you can donate to your member stations right now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
However you feel like whatever is right for you. And then ACL is also hosting this big benefit concert on August 21st with Jason Isbell. Like, I will say also, I mean, I can understand it doesn't have to be necessarily like PBS or NPR, but like, do we need to cut federal funding of stuff? Yes. Like, we are spending way too much money federally. I get that.
Sure.
Like, I do believe that. And I think that if there are things that local communities can shore up and keep going, you know, so maybe this is kind of like an experiment. Like, if this is something that's, you know, scaled back, can locals fill in that gap? But I think there is some concern that like our more rural areas that just rely on these services, they don't have anything to give back. They just need to get this, you know, they need the programming.
Need to get the news. Yeah.
So maybe we can subsidize for them. I don't know. But I mean,
I think that's really nice and I really want to do it. I also think it's just, it couldn't come at a worse time.
Right.
You know?
When we
like
need
the way
information.
everyone, nobody has any money, you know, for groceries. People are having a hard time with groceries and prescriptions and stuff. And like, I can totally see where, you know, if you have to choose between one or the other, it's hard. So I hope so. But yeah.
Those of us that can should.
Absolutely.
I still, when I'm warming up to go sing, I just sing Reading Rainbow, the theme song. Y'all, have you heard it lately?
What is it? Sing it.
I don't remember how it starts.
Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Yes! Take a look. It's in our book.
A reading
rainbow. Yes!
And Mr. Rogers.
Just the song.
Oh my God, don't talk to me about Mr. Rogers.
I'll start crying.
Sad.
I'll start crying.
I had a really nice childhood, huh?
Good luck to this new generation with your skibbity toilet and whatnot.
We are not crying on the podcast today.
No
not
tears.
on my watch.
No tears.
Austin has a really thriving comedy scene. It's grown a ton over the past few years, but there are lots of comedy clubs and stages that have been here for a while. Still, we are getting a new operation here in town, and we're all pretty excited about it. Upright Citizens Brigade is coming to Austin. This is not a drill.
Finally, some like fun news. Yes.
Y'all, this is a huge deal. So it's launching in August or September. Uptown Citizens Brigade purchased Cold Town Theater in March, but the people that run Cold Town, they're still there. So it's not like they're taking over and ruining things. No. Austin Improv Powerhouse Cold Town, you know, it's been around forever. So they're partnering and they're going to have classes and shows. Now, if you don't know what Uptown Citizens Brigade is, it's one of the most famous comedy institutions, honestly, in the world. It was originally started by Amy Poehler. Hopefully everybody knows who Amy Poehler is.
Honestly, like, yeah, pause for effect.
It was originally started by Amy Poehler and Matt Besser in Chicago in the 90s, and it has since expanded to New York and LA and now Austin. Y'all, this proves that Austin is genuinely becoming that town, that place for comedy. We're going to call it UCB for the sake of time. We'll bring big names to town like Matt Jones, who's from Breaking Bad, John Lutz from 30 Rock, and Peter Gross, who's in Veep and Wait, Don't Tell Me, just to name a few.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
He's in a lot of stuff and he's hilarious. There will be 2 tracks of classes, a Cold Town track and then a UCB track, and people can choose one or both. And the new partnership could affect Austin's recent shift towards bro comedy. It could swing it back a little more left because it's getting a little right-wingy in the city.
Getting a little weird.
And yeah, like, you know, Joe Rogan has kind of came into the scene in Austin and really, with Comedy Mothership, has like really, really, really shifted the comedy scene here in a lot of ways. They have the famous show called Kill Tony. But Cold Town owner David Buckman said, whatever Kill Tony is trying to do in comedy, we're trying to do the opposite of that at Cold Town. We're bringing people together and punch up, not down.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Yes.
Comedy is bad if it's about punching down. It's not funny. It's not good.
Wait, yeah.
It's not clever.
Some of those clips from Kill Tony that I've seen are really like kind of awkward. I mean, they make fun of people, which like I get that there's a whole genre of comedy that does that, but to me, it's not very clever either. Like,
it's low-hanging fruit. And listen, this is coming from a person that grew up with the dozens, where me and my cousin, my cousins would be like, "Your mama's so fat, she blah 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 blah."
Yes,
But that's
your
me and
mama
my cousins
joke 100%.
talking about our aunties and moms. You know what I mean? Like, that's different than just like finding this low hanging fruit and be like, "Look how funny I am."
Right. And honestly,
Super funny.
I'm never gonna trash your mama joke ever. But like, bring some intel, like some creativity, some humor. I don't know. I'm excited about the improv classes too, because
Are y'all gonna take some classes?
Too scared. Can't do it.
What?
Oh,
Kelsey,
I'm
are you
too shy.
kidding me?
I'm too shy. I can't do it.
Kelsey, you're so
that's
funny.
exactly
what
why
are you
you should.
talking about? What
I
are you
can't do it.
talking about?
we're doing it.
I'm funny like to y'all because we spend all day together.
No, you're objectively a funny person. maybe we should go together. Maybe
Yes.
maybe
No,
we should
'cause
as a
you're
team.
funny and a performer. Oh,
I
as
know.
a team, I would love to make Eva Ruth do it.
As a team.
Honestly,
But I'm not good at improv though. Improv is hard. So I think
Yeah.
we would all be on level playing field. If we all took an improv class, I think we'd be on level playing field. I think it'd be so fun.
Should we do this as a membership event?
I mean, yes, and I think this would be
Yes, and.
like excellent for us.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just getting out of your comfort zone. The improv is this whole concept of like getting out of your brain, out of your comfort
love
zone,
it.
and just like thinking in a different way. And I think it could be so good for so many people. And I'm excited about the opportunity.
I am a fan.
Yeah.
This sounds awesome. And I know that there's like this question sometimes, is Austin becoming another LA or New York City? And I'm still optimistic that we're not. I think that we're different.
I think our comedy here is different.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
And like, I think things in Texas, I don't know, not to be an annoying Texan, but like, I feel like the way like the politics are in Texas really lend itself to being funny or like lend itself to really having something to say. And like in LA and NYC, obviously they have their own problems, but those are two liberal enclaves.
True.
Yeah.
And they don't have what we have going on.
Yeah.
I, for one, am super excited. And I know for a fact what I'll be doing once they start having classes. But
Yeah.
what I'll be doing this weekend is a little something different.
I'm excited. Your list just says stuff, so I can't wait.
Eva Ruth, what you doing this weekend?
I'm doing the Hot Summer Nights, takes over the Red River Cultural District. So many bands, so many. It's free. You can go and enjoy all of our different venues. They have more than a dozen different venues. There's food and drinks, of course, Stubbs Barbecue, Hoboken Pie, Pillones, Tex-Mex, all kinds of great discounts and deals and showcases. So something for everything. They're even going to have a vintage, homemade, and upcycle pop-up market. So you can get some gifts, support
ready
your
for that.
Austinites, support local musicians.
I'm going to see a friend play on Saturday for sure. Yeah, I'm
Nice.
excited. What about you, Kelsey? You doing something that I'm super jealous about?
Yes, I am going to go see the Purple Martins in Round Rock.
Nice.
And if you don't know what that means,
Yeah, what is that,
it's-
Kelsey?
It's kind of like when you go to see the bats at the Congress Bridge, you watch them all come out at night. And typically around this time of year, July and August. So basically what happens is like as the sun starts to set, the birds come home to the trees that they've chosen to roost for the night.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been out all day eating bugs for us, very nice of them. And then they come home to these trees. But for some reason, and my friend who knows everything about birds was telling me that no one knows why, they fully put on a show and it looks choreographed. So like thousands of birds, of little black birds with a bluish purple sheen to them, they swirl around this parking lot and like people congregate. And it really is one of those like community events that feels really special because it's literally just like a whole bunch of people sitting in a parking lot. Like it's in front of the Discount Tire this year because the birds will move locations.
Because inflation.
Yeah.
Listen, the birds say y'all gonna go where we tell y'all to go. And
Exactly.
it's in the parking lot. Yes.
And it's people like in camping chairs. You'll want to bring a hat or an umbrella because the birds will poop on you. The Travis Audubon Society, they put on these Purple Martin parties Friday and Saturday nights. And it's happening this weekend. And then it'll happen August 1st and 2nd, 8th and 9th. And they start usually at around like 8 p.m. And it really is the most incredible thing. Like you see a whole bunch of birds and they're just kind of flying around. And you're like, okay, yeah, birds, very cool. And then like all of a sudden there's way more. And it's like they get the zoomies or something because suddenly they'll be like darting around and they'll be like doing a tornado. And then like all at once, they're like in the trees. And then you go home. And it's so cool. It's the coolest thing ever. And
It looks cool. Like,
yeah.
Kelsey sent us a photo. It looks cool just from the photos.
The photos are always beautiful because of the sunset, too.
Yes, the sun is setting. It's beautiful. Bring your binoculars.
Have you ever seen The Croods? It's a cartoon. It's a cartoon about a cave.
Oh, yes.
Croods.
Yes.
Croods.
Yes.
Do you know that scene in it where those red birds tornado up and then they go down and they
like
eat
that.
something? That's what it reminds me of when you talk about it. Yeah.
Wow.
No,
I can't
my
wait
other
to see
friend
it.
was describing it as like a school of fish because it really does look like they're just like swimming
over.
around in
I can't wait, man.
in unison up there. And they've eaten all the bugs. So I didn't get a single mosquito bite while it was happening
that.
the last time
Look
I
at
went.
that.
So,
Incredible. Good
all
one.
right, Nikki. Let's hear it.
Let's hear your stuff.
So tonight, a part of Antone's 50th celebration is the Temptations review with Kalu and the Electric Joint. And from what I can tell, Kalu and the Electric Joint is going to sing all Temptations music.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. It starts at 9 p.m. I'm super excited about that. That is right up my alley. Tomorrow night, Saturday, there's something at the Tiny Minotaur called Drag Me to the Tavern. It's a drag show.
Oh, my gosh.
And it happens, y'all, it's so good. It happens from 9:30 to 11. So we are on drag time. It's $15 at the Tiny Minotaur, but it's got some of my favorite performers in the city. So it's like Sir Burgard Elliott, Bridget Bandit, of course, we love her, Embry Official, Sissa Muerta, Sir TRT. It's just got all these really, really good performers. The
Nice.
doors are at 7 because if you've never been to Tiny Minotaur, it's just cute. It's like you've stepped back into, like, I don't know, a time where they serve mead at the local tavern. I don't know.
You're
It's
in
cute.
The Hobbit.
Yeah, you're like in The Hobbit. Yeah, it's
You're
really,
at
really
Hogsmeade
cute.
and Harry Potter.
Yes,
Hogsmeade.
yes. And they say fantasy costumes are encouraged but not required. But, this is me we're talking about. So then Sunday is going to be a great day if you want to just get out during the day. We're going to start our day with Splash Dance at Austin Motel with Erica Nix.
Yes.
If you've never been, y'all, it is so fun and accessible and awesome. It's from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. You get in the pool, you do some water aerobics with a lot of other really great people. I can't recommend it enough. And then Sunday, is market day for me. I like to shop on Sunday. First market I'll be at is the Playa Parlor pop-up at Coco Coquette from 2 to 6 on Cesar Chavez. It's going to have everything. It's like a fashion parlor pop-up with local designers. It's actually really cute. Yeah, they have like all kinds of headdresses and stuff like that. And then the other market that I'm going to go to is the Vibe Artisan Market. That's from 11 a.m. to 5. It's at Distribution Hall. It is free. 110 artisans and creatives with their stuff. There's going to be complimentary cocktails and an art gallery, Bluebonnet Coffee Bar, music creators. It's just going to be all kinds of stuff. So those are my plans of what's happening in the city. So, Austin, you have your marching orders. And as usual, if you guys have any things that you want to add to what we post, Kelsey has a running events list that is dope and amazing. And we always want to add stuff to it. Mm-hmm. Before we go, we want to shout out our new members, y'all. We got new members.
Hey.
So real quick.
Exciting.
Rebecca E., C and Phil P., Win B., Rosalie M., Pierre N., Daniel M., Rob R., Diane Y. Thank you so much for joining CityCast Austin Neighbors.
Woo!
We We also
Won't
want to
you be
thank
my neighbor.
Nice. Yes. Full circle. Yes. We also want to thank the people who joined our membership during our recent campaign. We pledged to donate the first month of fees that we received from y'all to the Austin Disaster Relief Network, and we've now sent them a check for $347. All thanks to y'all.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Awesome.
All thanks to y'all becoming our members. We also want to shout out to the people that came to our party on Sunday. It was amazing. It was so nice to meet all of you. And if you're listening and you haven't become a neighbor, you can do that. In addition to hearing your name spout out very quickly, like I just did on our podcast, you get a few other perks too. And the one that I especially love is that you will be invited to members only events. We just had a party at Cabana Club. It was amazing. We celebrated our first birthday. And we'll be having more events. So
as we've discussed.
Yeah, we're going to do improv. So go.
We're doing a membership improv event together.
Don't you want to do improv with us and watch me and Kelsey and Eva Ruth argue with each other? Yes, in real time.
It'll be all segues the whole time. We'll just
it'll be
fighting over segues.
It'll be me and Kelsey fighting over segues. Yeah.
Me just doing the worst segue you've ever heard, and then Nikki being like,
going,
okay, well, I had a professional one there.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. Join us.
Yeah, join us. So become a CityCast Austin neighbor today. Go to membership.citycast.fm. Thank you. We love y'all so much for your support. Eva Ruth, Kelsey, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time and rounding up the news with me every week. I love you guys. This is great.
Love you. Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Happy Friday.
That's all for today here on CityCast Austin. Our executive producer is Eva Ruth Morvett. Our producers this week are Natalie Rivera, Selena C.A. Reynolds, and Alyssa Castles. And I am your host, Nikki Devon. Our Hey Austin newsletter editor is Kelsey Bradshaw. Music is by Nelson Valente Aguilar of Como Las Movies, with additional music by All the Kimonos and Hip Color from Epidemic Sounds, and Madley, Peter Plaxa, Landon Austin, and DM from Triple Scoop Music via Getty Images. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend? Rate the show, leave us a review, and of course, subscribe to our Hey Austin newsletter. We'll be back Monday morning with more news from around the city. Bye, y'all.